in this video. Pecco Bagnaia reveals Ducati Desmo CDG GP22 was already raceable after the first test. Leaving Suzuki was a big mistake, says Maverick Vinales. And Gigi Dall'Igna names Ducati's biggest competitor for 2022. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Post-season Jerez test in November was a mixed bunch where some of the manufacturers brought truck full of new toys while others just ran the 2021 bikes with setup changes. For example, Aprilia ran the bike which was 90% identical to the bike they ran at Valencia, leaving Aleix Espargaro very frustrated. KTM also had an underwhelming showing with a few aero concepts nowhere close to the final 2022 bike, as was the case with Yamaha, which left the world champion feeling angry and disappointed. Suzuki had the new engine, but most of the other parts looked dangerously similar to the 2021 bike. On the other hand, Honda were on the completely opposite side of the spectrum with complete redesign and two different prototypes, but neither was close to being the final 2022 challenger. And then there is Ducati. New engine, new aero, new chassis, new exhaust, and a new bike looking good to go right from the first time Pecco pulled out of the pit lane. And as if the other teams and riders were not worried enough, Pecco has now revealed that the Desmo CDG GP22 was already raceable after a few minor setup tweaks all the way back in November. Pecco said, "I think that Ducati has heard a lot from the riders, from me, from Jack, from Zarco and from Martin. Everyone is saying the Ducati is the fastest bike, but it is something that I cannot understand because I am not saying another bike is the best, but because I did not try them. So it is very difficult to say something about the other bikes without trying them. I was asking Ducati to have an easy bike to ride in a fast track with fast corners, because our bike is not easy in that situation. With the new fairing, I started to feel a bit better, but it also has some weak points, so I'm sure the engineers are working on that thing. But at the test in Jerez, our time with the new bike was incredible, because I did it with a full fuel tank and also with the medium tires. So it was incredible because every time you start with a new bike, you have to adapt to it. But with this new bike, I started well. I worked a lot all the 2 days and on the second day it was already comfortable. It was already raceable. If the race was the day after, I was starting with that bike. Ducati having a raceable bike before the start of the winter break gives them the luxury to once again push the boundaries of engineering over the winter. Now it will be interesting to see what new innovations they bring to the track at the first pre-season tests in Malaysia. After taking the most bizarre route from Yamaha to Aprilia, Maverick Vinales is now looking to get comfortable on the RSGP and come back to winning ways. But the track action does not start for another month, so he decided to reflect on the decisions he had made in the past and spoke about a particularly big one. Speaking in an interview with TheRace.com, Maverick Vinales brushed on his decision from 2016 to switch from Suzuki to Yamaha. Vinales said, "I don't want to talk too much about the past because it is clear that I made a mistake leaving Suzuki. In the end, we created a really good team at Suzuki, but at the moment, the Yamaha was a winning bike, and I chose that way. Wrong or not, I don't know, because in the end, you make your own decisions. But it has brought me to a place where I am happy. I am coming to races excited again, when before I wasn't arriving sad, but without the energy I needed. There are good moments to come, and this is a very nice feeling." And despite Ducati having the strongest bike and having at least one Ducati rider on the podium in 14 out of 18 races in 2021, Fabio Quartararo sneaked away with the rider's title. Although Ducati won the other two titles, most probably no one will remember that a few years down the line. Speaking about the importance of the rider's title, Ducati's Gigi Dall'Igna started. "We did our job. We were competitive again this year, and that is very important for a brand. But that does not apply to the fans, to me and to the riders. Because for everyone, only the Riders' Championship counts. But being at the top as a manufacturer for years is also worth a lot." And already being named as the favourites for 2022 by fans and competitors alike, Gigi Dall'Igna spoke about who he thinks is going to be their biggest rival. Gigi said, "It is always hard to talk about the other manufacturers, but I think Yamaha is the biggest competitor at the moment. With Fabio Quartararo, they have a very good rider. After all, they won the title, which proves them right." If you made it till here, help me out. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.